Due to recent events, it is obvious that many people have differing views pertaining to guns and what measures need to be taken to ensure the public's safety. Before exploring these opinions, I would like to raise a question to my audience. If someone is driving under the influence of alcohol and kills an innocent person, does it seem logical to legalize alcohol for everyone, given this single situation? Since this does not occur, why would the government feel obligated to restrict everyone's gun rights after an innocent person dies from a violent gun act? The government has already begun regulating gun laws, and the effects of this are slowly becoming evident. It is imperative that the government upholds the current gun control laws, because if laws are made stricter, then the negative effects will occur, such as the increase of crime and the infringement upon the Second Amendment. Nationwide tragedies, such as Sandy Hook, where 27 children were killed, and the Aurora movie theater shooting, have led many to believe that abolishing guns is the only plausible action to be taken. The theory is that the more enforcement upon firearms and the less firearms are available, the lower the crime rate will be, and the incidents, such as previously stated, will cease to exist. Many that are in support of stricter gun control laws are unaware of this correlation between crime and gun ownership. Studies conducted by Harvard University have found that Russia has the rate of gun ownership at 4,000 per 100,000 inhabitants, and the murder rate was 20.5 per 100,000 in the year 2002. That same year, in Finland, where the rate of gun ownership is exceedingly higher, 39,000 per 100,000, the murder rate was almost zero, at 1.9 per 100,000 people. The study has also discovered that Norway, with Western Europe's largest gun ownership, at 32%, has the lowest crime rate. It is clear that ownership of firearms does not raise crime, and in fact, the studies may prove that the restriction on guns will increase crimes. A large number of Russians do not own guns, yet they have more murders than Finland. In the U.S., according to the study, currently ranks 7th in the world in violent crime, behind Russia, a strict gun owner country. This ranking could potentially increase if stricter laws are created. The nations with stricter laws are statistically shown as having more crime than those that do not. In the United States, Chicago has the strictest gun laws among any city. Yet in 2012, there were over 500 gun-related deaths, according to BenSwan.com. Kristen Tate, a writer for BenSwan.com, raised the point, banning something does not make it go away, and stricter gun laws would only take guns out of the hands of law-abiding citizens. I firmly believe in these statements, and I feel that those using and owning guns in the appropriate manner will be more hurt than the criminals using guns for their own purposes. Attempting to create stricter laws on guns, or even banishing them altogether, will only lead to people obtaining them illegally. Narcotics, for example, such as cocaine or heroin, are illegal everywhere in the United States. Yet there is still the existence of drug crimes and purchasing illegally of these drugs. Marijuana, which is now legalized in Colorado, has actually helped the city of Denver, with the crime rate now reduced 3% from the year 2013 to the year 2014. Logistically, it is impossible to try and enforce new gun laws or even think about taking guns away. The amount of money and time required to confiscate and repay every gun owner for their weapons would not be worth the effort. The famous saying goes, guns do not kill people, people kill people. And I feel that by taking guns away, murders will still happen just like prohibition still happened. Alcohol was illegal, yet near no one seemed to follow any of the restrictions placed upon it. Laws do not apply to criminals, and although it is believed making laws stricter will help, the criminals will not follow the laws, and only the average law follower will be hurt. Guns being illegalized can compare to narcotics, because despite their illegality, they will still be sought after and still be purchased. Guns also do not relate to violence. Violence will occur no matter what weapons are or are not available. Police and government agencies can now expect a higher increase of crime due to illegalizing guns, because they would now have to apprehend those buying, selling, or trading the guns. The economy may also take a hit due to the loss in gun-based tax revenue and the large number of gun armories and ranges being forced to close. Taking away guns is more than taking away a privilege. It is taking away a right. a right guaranteed in the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment states, "The right to bear arms shall not be infringed." By attempting to make the law stricter, the government is taking this right away. The Second Amendment was created so that the citizens of this country would be protected. However, by creating more laws, the government is taking away the right to protect ourselves. If you had a daughter living on her own in a big city, would you want her to feel safe? Some may say, well, if they abolish guns, then there would be nothing to worry about. However, it is quite the contrary. Safety is always a top concern among everyone's priorities, and in today's society, sometimes having a gun is more than a want, it is a need. With the government attempting to infringe upon this amendment, it is unknown what else could happen in the future that the government will believe needs changing. It is near communistic to strip away the rights that were guaranteed by the nation's founding fathers, and making the law stricter is a direct violation of the Constitution. It is necessary for the government to preserve the current gun control laws that are in place, because otherwise there would be a large increase of crime and an infringement upon the Second Amendment. The incidents that have been portrayed by the media have led the government to attempt to make current gun laws stricter. With evidence from my statistics, such as having stricter gun laws, increasing crime through Russia, and more gun ownership in Norway, leading to the lowest crime rate in Western Europe, my speech suggests that enforcing gun laws will have no effect on stopping crime or preventing violence. The laws need to remain to their present stature in order to maintain the guidelines of the Constitution and the fairness that was given to us when the amendments were authored so many years ago. People will steal, people will lie, and people will kill, and trying to restrain the access to firearms will not alter this in any form.